Today it's Monday, July 27, 2026. DAZA, RS3. This is this one I'm talking about. Because I have another one, forget this one for now. Where am I now? I received back the crankshaft. They send it for balancing. Alright? I'm not against balancing a crankshaft as soon as they know what they're doing. I send it for polishing, I send it for balancing, it's done. Alright? I have get the weight from the connecting rods, pistons, wrist-pin, piston rings, C-safe, the bolts, the connecting rod bearings, and so on. And now I'm ready to open the engine, check the clearance on the main line, clean it, then put it for final. Same thing for the connecting rods and the pistons. Press it and start putting it together. It's gonna have some action when I'm gonna mount the cylinder head, because I want to read the camshaft, I want to read the OEM camshaft and compare it with the upgrade camshafts, just to get some numbers. So, some papers here from the piston rings and from the company who makes the piston rings, Total Seal, alright, nothing wrong with that. I'm reading it like I'm saying all the time, just in case maybe they change something. It doesn't matter that I have used the same piston rings, let us say, I don't know, 1,000 times. Maybe they change something. It's much better to read it because you're never gonna know. Alright. So, enough. I have the new bolts, the new main bearings here. I have the connecting bearings over there. And I have the old bolts here because I'm gonna use the old ones and then I'm gonna remove the old ones and I'm gonna put the new ones for final torquing it down. And another one measurement, but this is for later, not now. The owner, he brought me the studs, the head studs, he brought me brand new, but I have also the old ones and I want to compare to see how much been stretched the old ones. Another thing, I have opened the clutch basket, I took it out and it has some wear here on the, this is on the crankshaft. There is a pilot bearing and then there is this shaft that goes inside, alright, to center it, and for the forces. This has some wear, and I said to the owner if they are selling separate the lid, because I don't know if they're balancing it together with the basket, to at least to change the cover. Okay, you can call it an input shaft. Yeah, alright, fine. So that's how it is. Let me continue. I'm gonna show you. Let me uncover the engine. I have already cleaned the engine. I have already washed the engine. I just want to double check. Carefully removing the nylon and start putting it together, like I said. For you, it's gonna be in a second, like another time. It's just to inform the owner about the progress. All right. Actually, I received the parts on last Wednesday or Thursday, I think. But I was busy with a 204 outside with one transmission that I had here and some other cases, and that's why I didn't start last week, and I'm starting today. Let's move on, let's start working. Upper main bearings installed, but this is not for final. First, dry, without any assembly oil or lubricant, anything. Okay, we have blue, 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 and yellow or gold. All right. This is from where I'm starting. Why? Because the crankshaft, it's been polished twice. The first time, and now this is the second time. So if there is any difference, you can play to make the main line perfect straight, because it's color bearing. It's approximately 3,000 millimeter more thick. It depends which one. The blue end's the 0, I think, and then the yellow one, it's 3,000 millimeter more thick. Okay, same thing like Mercedes and same thing like BMWs. It's not something new. Let's move on. Crankshaft, plastic cage, and preparing also the caps. Crank spins excellent. There's no need to change anything, no need to do something with the main bearings. Exactly same color what says the block and what says the crankshaft. Where are you? Blue, violet, blue, violet, violet, violet. Okay, so we are looking beautiful, looking good. Let's throw out the old bolts for the crankshaft main, and let's continue with the piston connecting rods. Time for the piston connecting rods. One important thing for me, at least, I'm always balancing piston connecting rods, wrist pin, bolts, bearings, everything. Okay, even if it's a bone stock. When you have a good quality parts, you don't have so much big difference. On an OEM connecting rod or piston, you can see up to 6 grams difference. Okay, so for me it makes sense. For somebody else says that doesn't make any sense. It depends on the application after all. All right. Now it's more important this time because the crankshaft, it's been balanced based on the weight that I provide. Okay, small end, big end, total, and you see here the connection B56 with the piston number 1 and wrist pin number 2, cylinder 2 B61, piston number 4, wrist pin number 1, and so on. All right, and that's the order how I have placed it. All right, this is the first pin. Okay, you see that force in kilograms at 10,000 RPMs, it's 1.9 kilograms. We're never gonna reach there the engine. The engine is gonna be between 8 and 9,000 RPMs. So we are looking 1.2 to 1.5 kilograms frequency. Okay, the hertz, fine. And then after the balancing, it's all 0. Not bad. Not bad. Right side, left side. This is nothing. This is literally nothing. 0.018. Okay, do not think about that. 20 grams, all in all. Then piston rings. The second piston ring has an up mark here. It's pointing up, just in case, because 2026, you never know from the production line, or let us say they printed here, but the up it's here. All right. I'm always double checking just in case. You see an up here, the second one. That's what we have here. That has a gap, has a lip on the edge. This is what I'm talking about. All right. And for the top ring we have barrel face. Okay. No, sorry, it's not barrel face, it's torsional. Yeah, it is torsional, sorry. And the groove, it's pointing up. Cylinder wall up. So that means this is the top. All right, and this is because the top piston ring, it doesn't have any mark, either from here or from here. At least me, I cannot see something. All right, nothing wrong with that. Let's continue. Let's put it together. Again, me personally, I'm not taking something granted because I have done this I don't know how many times. This doesn't mean that I'm gonna close my eyes and I'm gonna start putting it together. One by one, better to spend, like I have said that 1 million times, better to spend, let us say, 5 extra minutes or 1 more hour or 1 full day than to make any mistake and then you have to do the job again from the beginning. But that's me. Let's move on. Here we go. These connectors all are in. There are some tests, just a checkup actually, to see if it's interfering the cooling jet. I already spin it actually, it's not touching anywhere. It's okay, the clearance. The piston to crankshaft counterweight, it's total fine. There is no problem at all with that. Then I'm gonna check the position of each piston atop the center. All right. And now, what's the time now? Now it's the time to start stretching the connecting bolts. All right, let's do that to finish and continue. Done from the connecting rods, the connecting bolts actually. Everything is fine. That's what before my target is between 5.5 to 6,000 an inch, the stretch. And that's what I remember from before. It's not getting more than 95 Newton meters and not less than 90. It's between 90 to 95 Newton meters. And it's giving a little bit over 5.5 5,500 of an inch, not more than 6, not less than 5.5. All right, so it's supposed to be between 5 and 7,000. I'm happy there. I don't want to overstretch the bolts like the first time. And we're not gonna have any problem. It's the second time that I'm torquing down these bolts. So let's make it also one time upside up. I have lock also the crankshaft. All right, and that's how that looks like from up. It spins nice, it spins fine. Just lock it, and I remove the bolts from the damper pulley. Yeah, let's make it again upside down, because I'm gonna continue down here, but not today probably. I don't have the time. I'm gonna prepare some parts for tomorrow. Just a second. All right, upside down, locked, standing by. Then the owner, he brought me new studs, and I have the old studs. The old studs, I torqued them down once. All right, and it's a 625 plus. They don't have any problem to torque them down again. It's total fine. Let's compare. Just 1 second to take the tools from here, and I'm gonna keep the old one on the left, the new one on the right. Let's have a look. All right, fine. Dang it. How much it is, the old one. Keep in mind, all right, that when you stretch the stud, you don't stretch the threads here or here. You stretch the body, all right? Just saying. Now, it's a rough measurement because I'm with one hand. 181.81, all right? 181.81. Let's leave it down. 181.81. Why I didn't open it earlier? I'm stupid. Yeah, no worries. Bear with me. All right, the other stud is there, by the way. The stud's here. 181.81, correct? I have 1 million things in my mind. And we have here 181.81, also the new one. It's very difficult, these materials, a 625 plus, to stretch it. I mean, something has to go really wrong. I will gonna check all of them, just in case. I'm not gonna use the new ones. I'm gonna use the old ones, because it doesn't make any sense to use the new ones, all right? Or you know what? No, I'm gonna ask the owner, the customer, my friend, and I'm gonna ask him, because to me, if I use this or if I use this, it's the same thing. Like I said, I am gonna separate one by one all the studs to have a peace of mind, but all of them are gonna be the same. What else? You cannot do the same thing with the ARP2000. ARP2000, it will gonna have some stretch, okay, even if you torque it down once, and because of the materials, it's not gonna be consistent, okay. Let's get another one, just out of curiosity, right? How much we said? 181.81, right? $181.82. And if I square it properly, because now I'm doing it with one hand, as you see, it will gonna showing 181.81. Okay. So taking all of them, now it's not the time. I just want to put it on the video because I'm gonna stop this video for now, and I'm gonna stop the engine, and I'm gonna continue tomorrow. I'm gonna prepare only a couple of parts to put on the table. Timing chain, timing guides, tensioners. We have also the spacer for the oil pan. It's always welcome to have an extra oil, especially when you're revving at 8,500 RPMs, you know, to have more oil to don't take all the oil from the oil pan and cause an oil starvation, and to leave it to put on the head. So these are the empty boxes from the new bearings, the new main bearings. I'm gonna put the old ones in. All right, back to the customer, and yeah, and we move on. Tomorrow the next part. Okay, camshafts are there. I have also the stock camshafts down over there, I need to read them to see the difference. That's it for now. Thank you very much. Over and out.